Hi everyone, it's Natalie here. It is early in the morning, or early-ish in the morning. I'd hoped to get to this just a little bit earlier before the sun was quite so pervasive, but I think we should be okay, lighting-wise, at least for a little bit. Um, so this would be the general reading for the new moon and the energy of the new moon. And our new moon this month is, of course, is in Taurus. I've had this deck for a long time. It's the Moonology Oracle cards, but I rarely use it, and it was kind of put away in a corner, and I reorganized all my decks earlier this week and just decided, hey, I haven't used this for a while. Maybe I'll have a look at it before I decide to put it in the I'm not using it and it needs to find a new home pile. So, so here we go. So there's that. I'm not going to talk too much about the new moon in Taurus and what it means. Of course, it says prosperity lies ahead. And the forecast for the week for the Tibetan Mo is the vase of nectar. So if you haven't seen the Mo divination, I will hopefully remember to put the, it'll be the last video that I uploaded, so you can find it very easily if you go to my channel. Let's put it that way, because I probably won't remember to link it. This week, however, for the new moon, I'm going to be reading with a very Taurus-inspired deck by Avalon Cameron. So this is the Bonestone and Earth Flesh Tarot by Avalon. And I have this lovely bag, or like wrap I made for it with some old, I don't know, it just came together so smoothly and easily. And I thought, well, the green isn't the right color, because I was looking at the backs of the cards. So there's the backs. And I'm absolutely loving this deck and the red. But when I looked again at the book, like it's perfect. I don't know. I just pulled it out and was like, I think I'll use these for the Bonestone. So with that said, I'm going to find the Fool, flip the camera around, and we will begin the reading. So again, here is the Fool. Here's the Fool. And we're going to go ahead and shuffle them back into the deck. So I couldn't always see this detail right away, but oops, there she is. There's a woman right here about to dive in to that lovely, portal in the tree. Portal in nature. I'm gonna have to take my thumb ring off for this shuffle because I don't want to prematurely wear any more of the edging off of these gorgeous cards. Aha. So we are in the swords pile this week. So this, the opening of the key represents the tetragrammaton. So we have Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. So when our significator winds up in the sword pile, we know that we're being called upon to use thinking and thought and rationale to solve problems. And as we approach this new moon, we may be thinking or rethinking our entire purpose in society. So some of you will be in that place, rethinking, who am I to the world and how do I bring my gifts to the world? Reviewing that, coming up with new ideas and concepts. Some of you may be dealing with some areas of conflict in your life or with legal matters. Anything carried by the swords is going to be prominent. We'll want to be paying close attention to our mental state as well. What am I thinking? What are the things that are going through my mind, running through my mind, influencing my mind right now? And of course, as I said before, the answers that we're looking for will come from the realm of thinking and rationale. So being very, very attuned to critical thought. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get rid of the rest of the cards. Oh, heavens. I don't know what that was. Guess somebody put something in the dumpster. Okay. Okay, so we're ready for the card counting, and funnily enough, I just so happen to have this red pen sitting right here, which is perfect, because it matches the edging of the deck. Ta-da! Woo! All right, so the Fool is an elemental card worth a count of 3. So we start here and we go 1, 2, 3, and our first card is the Empress. How appropriate! How appropriate! Okay, and the Empress, I believe, is planetary. She's Venus, but I'm going to double check because, yep, she is. Because I always double check because every now and again the planets and signs get conflated in my brain. So we're going a count of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our second card is the World. Holy cow. Okay, so the World is also planetary. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have the King of Cups. Wow. Okay, and then the King of Cups is worth 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How funny. So that is the 3 of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, we're back to the Empress. So we have 4 cards this week, which is perfect. We have the Empress, the World, the King of Cups. Wow, this is a very straightforward reading on so many levels, and the 3 of Pentacles. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll have a read of these cards. Okay, so flipped around, here we are, and I love the symmetry in this reading. So we have 4 cards. This tells us about some stability, right? 4 is very, very stable number. It's bringing things into the realm of existence, of the material existence. So I think what we can say first off is that as this new moon starts, and it is in Taurus, which if you don't know, the sign of Taurus is ruled by Venus. So the Empress as Venus, and the ruler of Taurus is telling us about our ability to create abundance, right? And I feel that that's our 3, our 4. Of course, this resonates with a pyramid. 3s into 4, right? The World, of course, says 21, goes to 3. The King of Cups does not, but that's, the numbers are fascinating. It's the sword pile, but we don't have any swords featured. Instead, we have earth, we have water, and we have 2 majors to start with. So this is a very significant energy going into this new moon. The new moon, beautifully portrayed here as well by the vase of nectar, right? It tells us that activities are of peace are accomplished just as a vase is filled with nectar. So if we take that idea and we put that towards creating what it is that we want to bring into the material world, that is giving us a great sense of what we can expect with this new moon in Taurus. What do we want to create? What kind of beauty, what kind of gifts, what kind of abundance do we want to manifest into our material reality? Okay, for some of you, for some of us, that may literally be there may be a lot of giving birth. It is the spring after all, it's May. It may be that we are looking at growing new things, literally planting seeds, planting food, there's a lot of possibility here. But ultimately what we're doing is tapping into our abundance, tapping into the ability to create beauty in the world around us. To manifest the nature of our own fertility. All right. And as we do that, we are literally finding ways to realize it and bring it into the realm of existence, into the physical world. It looks to me too like, whatever it is that we plant at this time, whatever it is that we intend to bring to fruition, it has real consequences and real possibilities, right? It's reaching into the roots of the ground. It's drawing things from the past, from our ancestors and our ancestry. It is rooting us in the present moment, and then it is helping us branch out into other realms, into the future, and into the environment. We are drawing together everything that we know. And we're bringing that gift, literally bringing that gift into the world. So again, this was a 5 of swords, a swords pile. What am I saying? It was a swords pile that we came from. And that, again, for a lot of us is going to tell us about reevaluating who and what we are in the material world, right? To the rest of the world, to society. How are we bringing those gifts and offering them back to society? So this tells us a lot about the importance of that, and about the ways that we can manifest, bring into fruition all of those gifts and offer them. There's a lot of possibility right now, folks, for realization. Great realization. Okay. And manifestation of our intentions. So what seeds we plant now are the seeds that we are going to encounter with very shortly in the very near future, I feel. As we go through this process, tapping into our own inner wisdom emotionally is going to become important. So just as we're able to, think about what we want to do, we're going to put a lot of effort into our thinking, right? Which is what is emphasized by the swords. The King of Cups reminds us too that as we do that, not to abandon the heart, not to abandon the emotions, not to abandon how we feel, but to act from that place with great wisdom and great rationale and empathy. Okay, both towards ourselves and others. So as you start to draw things together and figure out, how do I take what I have and offer that into the world? How do I do that with empathy, with grace, with wisdom, with embodied wisdom of past hurt, past emotions, past lessons, right, that impacted us very deeply? For many of us, it looks like there will be this amazing sense of having learned a great deal from from emotions and experiences and knowledge and wisdom that comes out of the depths of the ocean, right? As Neptune. So, moving towards that future space, find out what is it, that you have learned from, that's part of your journey moving forward, because it's going to influence your choices and it's going to influence what you've done and what you do in the future, the way that you plant those seeds. Then we move to the 3 of Pentacles, which is the craft of bringing all of this into reality. So as we're plotting and this is a faster process than we would normally necessarily go through. In the US anyway, although it isn't this way everywhere, a lot of us are going back to work. A lot of people are reconsidering jobs, reconsidering alliances, who they collaborate, who we collaborate with, who we share our gifts with, how we put ourselves to work, and how we create this new reality. This is quick. This is going, and it's very important. 2 of our 4 cards here are majors. One is a court, and one is a minor. So we're looking at important emphasis here on life path, right? Bringing life path to fruition and then putting it to work. In order to make what we want to place in reality a reality, right? So the 4 also, again, the 4 is telling us about bringing that into the real world, making it reality, making it real. And the 3 here, 3 it's the number before 4, so it's shaking everything up in order to bring it from the plane of ideas and thoughts and so forth into this is reality, right? So from a sword to a pentacle, quite literally on a magical level. So very exciting, very, very exciting time period. This is from our new moon all the way through to our full moon, at the very least, but we're planting those seeds. We're going to see by the full moon some kind of ability to to apply it in the real world and begin making it. But we could also see this as something that starts a new cycle. I'm feeling like it'll happen fast and then it'll continue. This is going to be continuing for probably another 6 months, maybe even. The seeds and the things we plant now and begin to bring to fruition are the things that we're going to see continue to manifest for quite some time, especially if you are, reconsidering your whole career, right? Or reconsidering where you live, thinking about having a baby, bringing a creative project to life, right? A lot of stuff in here about realization of creative projects. Yeah. And that can also be, believe me, if you're starting a business, that is by itself a creative project. So this would be a good time for new businesses, new companies, to be started, or planting the seeds for those to come to fruition. Okay. So I wish all of you a beautiful, beautiful new moon, and I will see you again next week. Bye.